In this video, I'm going to go over Decolonization is Not a Metaphor by Eve Tuck and K.W. Yang. Specifically, it's abstract for now. I'm kind of assuming that you clicked on this video because you were assigned it as a reading, which, awesome. I hope this is of some use, and an invitation to read the article in full. I think this is one of those texts that you encounter that may or may not restructure your understanding of the institution that you are a part of, your place in it, or an individualized third thing. Regardless, this is part of a series that I may or may not get around to. You know how being a student is. Decolonization is not a metaphor. Okay, well, what's decolonization? Oh, well that's easy. Decolonization is the repatriation of indigenous land and life. What's repatriation? The return to the country of origin. Except decolonization is not that easy, apparently, since the academy, that is, capital U universities and capital S scholarship, don't use the word decolonization that way. They use it in a bunch of other ways, such as talking about method, thinking, or school itself, which, well, turns decolonization into a metaphor. And, we use metaphors all of the time, and they can be pretty dang useful in describing feelings, personality, or the relation of one thing to another. However, sometimes, like with decolonization, it can be really harmful, specifically because decolonization does not have a synonym. When we attach the word decolonization to ideas about improving our schools and societies, social justice landscapes, critical methodologies, well, the objectives may be incommensurable with decolonization. More on that word later. The good news is that there are themes within transnational decolonizations, abolition, and critical space-place pedagogies that are very useful. And this paper talks about the challenges to the fusing of social justice endeavors as well, making room for more meaningful alliances, which is, well, another video. Right now, all you need to know is they're out there. But wait! In the academy and elsewhere, many have pondered, why would stuff about social justice be at odds with decolonization? Isn't that why we now have equity, diversity, inclusion, and decolonization in the first place? Well, it's tricky, because settler colonialism, reminder, the kind often referred to as Canada, the United States of America, and Australia, though there are others, is built upon this very entangled triad of settler-native-slave, which is another whole other video. But basically, decolonial desires can be entangled in resettlement, reoccupation, and re-inhabitation. That is, more settler colonialism. But this ties back to decolonization not having a synonym, and how metaphorization equals harm. Because, well, the human stomach doesn't have room for a horse. People are not books, and hearts can't be both functional and the chemical element gold. Basically, metaphors have their limits, especially when considering how reinvigorating academic protocol is not repatriating indigenous land. The power of metaphorization in referring to one thing by referencing another also gives room and makes possible a set of evasions. I've also heard pseudo-solidarity, or as this paper goes into detail about, settler moves to innocence. For now, you can think of these as disingenuous or self-serving engagements, empty gestures, half steps, like when change is being performed but not enacted. The settler moves to innocence are a huge focus of this article, whose analysis presents an ethic of incommensurability. Told you that word would be coming back. Tuck and Yang present what is unique or critically sovereign about decolonization projects. What makes this word, this noun, this concept distinct compared to human and civil rights-based social justice projects. This is going back to how decolonization does not have a synonym. Decolonization is incommensurate with maintaining the hegemony or control that settler norms exist through, which, when paired with the settler moves to innocence, helps us understand how decolonization rejects the world order that settler society benefits from. And there you go. Hopefully you and I are that much closer to meaningful engagement with Decolonization is Not a Metaphor by Eve Tuck and K. Wayne Yang. So I want to also offer a couple of reflection questions. Where have you seen this word? Feel free to come back to this video as you notice patterns of context and usage. And also, for those who have read the article, what did or did not make sense for you? a line that opened something up or one that left you feeling stranded. I'd love to know. Thanks for stopping by. See y'all next time.